Hi everyone, Abby here, the Greek goddess of great reading. I'm finally back in my room in my house where I usually live. The summer is over and all of my adventures and traveling have concluded and I'm back to work now. But that also means that I have a lot of new reviews for you because I have been reading the last few weeks that I've been on a sort of hiatus and I have a lot of book reviews to get through. So today I'll be reviewing Extraordinary Means by Robyn Schneider. Up until his diagnosis, Lane lived a fairly predictable life, but when he finds himself at a tuberculosis sanatorium called Latham House, he discovers an insular world with paradoxical rules, med censors, and an eccentric yet utterly compelling confidant named Sadie. And life as Lane knows it will never be the same. So a lot of people were saying that this book is kind of a John Green type of book, and I really don't like that. People keep putting that sort of label on YA books because it's not a genre, John Green YA, and I don't like that, and I didn't appreciate that with this book because this book was its own and Robyn Schneider did a fantastic job with it. I really liked that we heard a lot about tuberculosis, or TB, because we don't really hear about it often in books that I've read anyway. It's not touched on as much as I think cancer is. Like if you have read a John Green book, The Fault in Our Stars, I'm pretty sure that Hazel has cancer. And in a lot of other books they are dealing with that as well because I feel like it's kind of a popular illness to glamorize. But tuberculosis is very real because there is no cure for it, and cancer and some other diseases that are portrayed do have a cure, so there's kind of some hope there, but with tuberculosis there isn't, and it's interesting to see how these characters sort of react to the fact that they know they're going to die and there's nothing they can do about it. The sanatorium is kind of an interesting setting. It's sort of dystopian. There's all these rules that the children have to follow and these med censors that tell the nurses and the doctors what their vitals are and how they're doing. But nothing is a perfect world in a dystopia, right? That's what a dystopia means. And even though these kids, Lane and Sadie and the rest of their friends, are trying really hard to sort of live their life to the fullest as much as they can, they know underneath there's some sort of layer to them that is not right and is not going to get any better. They are quite rebellious, this group of friends. Sadie, Elaine eventually joins them, and I haven't read this book in a while, so there are two other boys. One's called Charlie, I think one is called Nick, and there's another girl, I can't quite remember her name, but they're very rebellious. They don't like to follow the rules that are instilled for them at the sanatorium, so they, compared to the rest of the kids, they're kind of live life to the fullest, it looks like, but it's still very obvious that they are afraid to die, even though they are living their life to the fullest. And that's why they're living their life to the fullest, is because they are afraid and they do have that fear that they are going to die. So these are some spoilers for the book, so if you haven't read the book, I really hope you go away now because I'm going to reveal a big spoiler. Are you gone? So I really liked the reality of the story. It's not kind of, oh, they're going to get better, even though Robyn Schneider introduces this sort of vaccination or medication that is able eventually to cure them from tuberculosis. Even though that's introduced, the reality is still good for the story. Charlie dies, unfortunately, and it's really sad. He dies alone in the forest trying to get to his friends. And Sadie also dies, and Sadie's death shows that life can go on after death because she is remembered by Lane, and his love for Sadie isn't going to control him. It will be remembered by him, but it's not going to stop him from loving again. She changes him, but ultimately her presence doesn't affect who he is as a person, because he used to be very predictable and sort of a straight-A student and always doing homework and that kind of stuff, trying to get into the best college, but when he suddenly becomes diagnosed with TB, that doesn't even matter anymore, right? And he likes that what she gave him has changed him, so he's not so predictable anymore, and now he might actually do some things differently than he used to. And I really liked that it wasn't completely devastating, her death, Of course it was, but it didn't make him seem like he wasn't going to go on with his life. So if you guys haven't picked up Extraordinary Means by Robyn Schneider at a bookstore near you, I highly suggest you go and do that right now. My Twitter and my website are linked in the bio below, as well as the SoundCloud page for my friend Lenny Papadopoulos, whose music is featured in my videos. Hit subscribe if you guys like what you see and want to see more videos by me. I'm Evie, the Greek goddess of great reading, and until next time guys, keep reading.